On this episode of Hey Hey Linda Purrs, Linda interviews music artist Donna Frost. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. Here we are in Hendersonville, Tennessee at Just Love Cafe, and I got my pumpkin latte. I'm all excited about that. And we're here today with Donna Frost, and she is a singer, guitar player, and we're gonna have a good time talking with
Of
her.
course.
Uh,
Thank you for having me.
Now, do you live in Hendersonville?
I literally live down the road. I live on Saundersville Road.
Oh, right here.
This is the closest place I play.
Yeah.
I travel a lot, but this is right here in my neighborhood. I'm just right, literally down the street.
So, as a musician, what kind of lifestyle are you in right now
What kind of lifestyle, man?
with your
It's
music?
like I was telling you before we started, I'm back out traveling again. I just got home from Panama City, Florida, some dates there because most times I'm traveling, and then when I'm home, I'm playing shows, and I like to do a lot of outreach programs with my music. And of course, like I teach classes, ukulele classes. I do programs for seniors. I'm with Music for Seniors and do outreach programs for them. We have a lot of memory care people I play for and do. I do a lot of work for the Humane Society of Sumner County. In fact, we're having an event here on Saturday
Nice.
to raise money for the shelter and adopt dogs and cats. And then I also am involved with Room in the Inn. So and that's for the homeless community. So my lifestyle, I'm all about the music. It's like my free time. I'm out. I don't have free time as such. Sometimes I paint.
Oh, okay.
One of my hobbies is china painting, which I took up a few years ago.
China painting?
Yeah,
What
painting
is that?
porcelain pieces.
Oh, getting actual, like you go to a pottery shop and
Yeah,
do this?
or go buy pieces of porcelain and where they fire in the kiln and paint. I've designed all sorts of things. You'll have to go on my page and check out some of my artwork.
So is it a Chinese art on that,
It's
or
a
is it just the style?
it's a folk art, and it's something that's kind of a I think a lot. It was very popular years ago, and it's still popular, but not like it was. There's like a lot of older folks know it, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Well, that's neat to have all these
So I do all
hobbies
kinds
and
of things, but really, my music is first and foremost. So my time is spent just seeing what I can do every day to with my music.
So you sing, you play the guitar,
Right?
and we're going to hear a song from you in a little bit.
Yes.
And now, are you a songwriter
Oh
also?
yes, I've won. I have written over 300 songs.
Oh my goodness.
I have 10 CDs out right now.
Wow.
My new one's called The Beautiful Unseen. It's going up the Americana album charts now. I have a gospel album out right now too, and I have a single on Cashbox number 25 on there with my gospel single. So, and I'm Americana gospel. I wear all kinds of hats. I do all kinds of stuff. And then I won Best Americana Artist Mississippi Music Foundation back in April.
Oh.
So I've been getting some recognition for my work, but it's funny. I've recorded and released, like I said, 10 CDs. 5 of those were in the last 3 years when the pandemic hit.
Right.
Because we were locked down, and like I was telling you before we started, that whenever everything was shut down, I went live from my house on Facebook, every Monday night.
Okay.
And I wrote music because there was so much going on. I wanted to write about how I'm dealing with the pandemic. Then my mom got it and she died, and I was dealing with losing my mother and different things. So the music just was flowing out of me, and I wrote and recorded 5 CDs in the last 3 years.
So you have been the most productive.
It has.
Actually, the pandemic kind of catapulted
It
that
did.
a little bit
It
for
did.
you.
It really did.
But it just kind of tapped into your songwriting.
Yes.
And you really got some albums out.
I rolled with it. I did. And
Yeah.
I'm still writing all the time. I have a lot to talk about, and I like to share, and I like to hopefully that my songs will help somebody else who's going through some of the same things in life.
So not only do you share with your songwriting, your songs that you write to people, but like you mentioned, you teach ukulele classes.
Yes, up at First Baptist Church in Hendersonville every Monday. In fact, we're going out and doing some programs in the community soon, and we're doing one at the church next week.
Oh,
And,
so you get them to perform? Well, it has an end goal to it.
yeah,
Like
it
instead
does.
of just learning something
Yeah,
and then now what am I going to do?
We're performing.
You are performing.
Yeah, getting them out to perform music for seniors. We do that too. I teach classes for them too, a 6-week series, and the end game is to get everybody performing where they can go out and do a performance.
Okay.
It's not
So music for singers. Is that mostly singing or what? What does
music
that
for
involve?
seniors. I've been with them for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're based out of Nashville, and they do hundreds of programs in senior communities all over Middle Tennessee.
Oh.
There's about 200 people like me that perform for them that are musicians, singers, multi-instrumentalists, bands.
You perform for them?
Yes.
Okay, you're not teaching them.
Well, I have one series where I'm teaching, but then I go out and do performances for music for seniors too.
Okay.
They send me to senior communities.
Yeah, so it's wonderful that like you're sharing your music with the world that you've written, but you're also teaching and getting people involved with music,
Right.
and it can add so much to somebody's life.
It really can, because you got to remember now in these classes that I teach, a lot of the people that are in there have never played an instrument,
Right.
but by the time I get through with them, they know how to play.
And I just think it's a wonderful thing for anybody to do at any time of life. And I always like to encourage people, get your grandkids some lessons. Get
yes.
Help some kid down the street, because you will enlighten their whole life if you can get some music into their life.
And with some of the people that have come to my classes, there were people that had wanted just to learn how to play something. There were people that were wanting to be able to play with their kids or grandkids because they play ukulele, or some that had lost spouses that were looking for something to.
Right.
Everybody's got a story.
Right. That's true. Everybody has a story, and and I really enjoy yours, and that's one reason I like doing these interviews is. I talk to some people, I just know maybe one or two things about them, but when you carry on a conversation, I'm usually always surprised at, just all the things you're doing and giving back to the community on top of doing your own music. I think it's wonderful.
Well, when I got older, and I think there's a certain inner peace that you get when you're older, when you don't have to worry about you're trying to make it or be in competition or you're wanting a deal. Because by now, that ship sailed long ago.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about that. There's no pressure. I'm just doing what I want to do. I'm playing the music I want to play. I'm writing what I feel from my heart. I'm not trying to get a cut. I'm not trying to get a deal. I'm just out here to do my thing and to help others. And I realized when I got older that I was given the music and that I'm supposed to give back. So it's to do positive things with my music, to help others, to help lift people up, because we live in tough times. And,
so there's a freedom of your music for you,
yes.
but a giving back
yes.
that you're feeling really blessed with right
yes.
now. And now you mentioned, okay, so you do gospel and now Americana. That can cover a lot.
Americana is everything.
Yeah.
Everything's Americana. Country, folk, blues, bluegrass.
Even rock and roll.
I've played all sorts of music in my career. I've gone from new wave to heavy metal to country to folky to you name it, I've done it.
Okay, so you have a varied background to draw on, and sometimes that can all come together and come out because you're not. I don't want to say just stuck in one little groove.
No, I love Americana music, and it's a very wide range of
right.
styles.
The only radio station I listen to is 89.5 WMOT.
Yes, Roots Radio, love that.
Yeah, there's no commercials.
No.
I love that. That's actually how I found it. One day I was going to the Renaissance Fair, and I had a radio station on, and it went right to a commercial. Well, I'm going, so I kept going to the next one, next one, And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I didn't even know what Americana music was.
Yeah.
I'm going, what's this?
They play everything.
And that is all I have on my car right now.
And I want to say thanks to Anna Lee, local Bruce. She's played my music on her show at WMOC.
She?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not, there's a lady I got to hear perform in Gallatin, Marshall Chapman.
Oh yeah.
You know her? Well, I wasn't aware of her. I got her CD and stuff.
She's a legend.
Blaze of Glory. I mean, I love her CD. Well, so I friended her and stuff, and then I listened to her once in a while. She does shows on Facebook.
Yeah.
And but anyway, sometimes I'll be driving along in my car and I hear one of her songs. I actually message her. I just heard your song, and she doesn't know when they play it or not. You know. So I've done that about 3 times. I've heard her song on the radio. She was telling stories. She was sponsored by Jet Williams for the Sumner County Museum in the summer. They had these courtyard little concerts.
Yeah.
And Hank Williams is my songwriter inspiration.
Oh, very good.
So it was a year ago I got to meet Jet Williams.
Oh, cool.
I mean, she doesn't know who I am, but
she's
I was
nice.
just like, oh, Jet Williams, you know.
Right.
And I actually bought her book. She has a book called Ain't Nothing as Sweet as My Baby.
Right.
And I had her autograph it, you know.
Cool.
And that was a highlight in because I love, and just yesterday was Hank Williams' 100th birthday.
Right, that's right, 100th birthday.
And I did a celebration Wednesday with his
saw
music.
That. I saw that.
So to actually meet his daughter was a real honor. But she sponsored Marshall Chapman, and that's how. And boy, she can tell stories. I mean, she used to be.
Yeah.
She was with, Jimmy Buffett.
Yes.
She was down there like a resident, musician or something, and boy, she was telling us stories with.
Oh, I bet. Marshall's been around a long time. She's been.
Yeah, and Willie Nelson, she traveled on the bus with. She's telling us stories of that.
There's some stories.
And I just so that I really enjoy that Jet Williams sponsored her. That I was able to learn more about her.
Yeah.
And she gives things back to the community that way. And I really like what you're doing.
Thank you.
You really have a fulfilling life, and I look forward to hearing you play. We're going to be doing a song now. What song do you think we're going to be hearing today?
Well, this is my motto. It's called Press On. And back when my mother was sick, before she got sick, when we were going through hard times in life, my mother always said, you got to press on another day. And so when she died, I wrote the song and put it on my Quarantine Sessions Volume 2 album. And it's become my anthem. You know, a lot of times when I play it out, the crowd will sing along with me and everything, you know.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a song, like I said, we're all going through hard times right now. You know, and the last 3 years have been hard on everybody.
Right.
And so this is my song. It's like whenever you're struggling with something, just remember what Mom always said. You got to press on another day, you know.
Well, that is good. We'll look forward to hearing that in just a minute. And I'm so glad to meet you and that you're here today.
Thank you.
And learn more about you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I've overcome many obstacles, they made me very strong. But lately I can't escape the sadness, I feel I don't belong. It's hard for me to smile when my heart is filled with pain, and I wonder if I'll ever be my whole self once again. I remember what my mama used to say, we gotta press on another day.
This episode of Hey Hey Linda Purrs is sponsored by. Come on down to Grandpa's Music at 1033 Park Street in Westmoreland. Live bluegrass, country, and gospel music every Saturday night. Shows start at 6 p.m. and admission is $8. First Fridays we feature karaoke and Grandpa's Music Jam Session 10 to 2 p.m. on the second and fourth Tuesday. New and seasoned musicians are always welcome for music lessons, so bring the whole family. Grandpa's Music at 1033 Park Street in Westmoreland.